There is a campsite on the map here. On the Jeff's map, the campsite isn't here. It's down just a little ways on the right. Now, I don't know if I paddle down a little ways on the right to look, or maybe tomorrow morning I go, oh great, here it is. Or if this is the one. Now, generally the Jeff's GPS isn't totally accurate with campsites, like at all. Several of them just today I've seen, and I'm like, oh, that's that one, but it's not exactly where it is on the map. So there's a good chance that this is probably the campsite. It's got the orange marker. Now, there's wind, which is good, which will keep those little bugs away. And there's some flat ground, and I got sunshine. I'm assuming the sun's gonna go down over there. I might be wrong, it might be in behind, but I'd get sunrise. I don't know, I have to think about it, I have to look at the map, and I'll be back. All right, this is the situation. I went down the waterways a bit. There's no other campsite that I can see anywhere nearby. Unless it's like in the forest. All the ones that I've seen along the river too, they're like buried in the forest, or they're just like on the side of the river, and there's just like a little patch of ground. I've got sunshine here, I've got sunrise, maybe sunset. Fishing water, there was fish bones on the grill here. I fixed the fire pit. Oh my gosh, it scared me. My dry suit is back there on the tree, and it just smacked against the tree and made a really loud noise. I fixed the fire pit. I've got the fly and the bottom of the tent laid out there. Just got some rocks on them so they don't blow away. And I'm just letting them dry in the sun. I'm going to try to catch a trout. I don't know if this would be technically brook trout because it's moving water, it's in a river, but somebody ate a fish here, and I want to see if I can try to catch a trout. All right, wish me luck. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I wasn't prepared for this. First cast trout. It's got the dots. It's even got some little pink ones. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. I don't know how long it is though. I have to make sure that it's the right size. First cast, I caught it, and then I didn't know what to do, and then I put it up to shore, and then my line broke, and then it started flopping towards the water, and I grabbed it by the tail, and I picked it up, and I hit it with a rock. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. Okay. All right, I checked all my pictures, I checked everything I have. I am 100% sure that this is a trout. I am going to clean it, and I'm going to cook it on the fire. Look at this thing, it's gorgeous. Look at the dots and the colors and the spots. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. There's nowhere I can go. I think I'm just gonna go down here by the water and do it, and just throw everything way out in the water. One of the things I have been wanting to do is to catch a trout and eat a trout. I have a trout. I'm so happy. I've apologized to the fish about 100 times. I'm sorry for the camera setup. I'm on a really bad spot here, and this is the best it's gonna get. It's bad too because I'm at the campsite. I don't really want to clean the fish here, but I'm also gonna cook it here on the fire, and everywhere around me is all alder bushes, and there's nowhere really to go to do it in the boat. So I hope I do it right. Anyways, and I hope my knife is nice and sharp. So, first thing I am supposed to do, according to I took pictures of like a slide of how to do it. I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I'm not gonna lie. I've been wanting to catch trout forever. I looked up videos and all kinds of stuff a couple of years ago on what to do if I catch a trout, what I'm allowed, what it looks like, all this stuff. I have pictures printed out here as well as saved in my phone, and I have a little, like I watched a YouTube video actually just before I left and just screenshot each page. So it says, you know, put the knife in the vent, slide it up, go across the gills, go across, and then grab from the jaw and pull everything out. But when I did the slit, everything just started falling out. So I don't know. I think I got everything out. I think it's good. I put all the guts, I threw it way out into the current. The rocks, the reason that I put the fish on the rocks when you saw the first picture is because I didn't want anything to have fish on it, like the smell. So now I threw the rocks into the river, so the fish smell is out there, but it's still right here. And I have no idea how to get it off my hands. My hands just reek. Wow, they're not that bad actually. I am going to gather some wood really quickly and get a fire going, and I'm gonna get that sucker on there. I'm not really sure what to do. I have some garlic, so I'll put some garlic on it, and I think I just cook it over the fire like that, and then eat it like from the skin, like pull it from the skin, and then I'll have to go out and get rid of the rest of the body when I'm done. The rocks are in the water. My knife I rinsed off. I don't know. Hopefully everything goes well, but yeah, okay, so I need to get moving, and I'll be back. My phone's charging now with the last charger. I have 32% left in here. This should hopefully fully charge the phone once. The other one's sitting in the sunshine. Maybe I'll get a little kick out of that, but today was Wildlife Day. Beaver, eagle, moose, fish, trout. So yeah, really great day here in Temagami. I'm super excited, super happy, and I can't wait to eat this fish and taste it. It's gonna be so delicious. I've like been wanting this for so long. First trout, yes. Well, I guess the benefit of staying on an ugly campsite, that's actually not that ugly at all, is that there's lots of wood. I just found a couple pieces here and sawed those up. I'm gonna get the fire going, and I'm gonna grab a couple more and get this fish on. Fish on! All right, somehow it's 10 after 6. I got a good fire going, whole bunch of wood. Oh, there's an ember. Whole bunch of more wood over here. And there's also a bunch back here. Oh, I gotta grab that Ziploc. So I'm gonna put the grill on, and I'm gonna lay the fish on top, and then I get out the stove and I'm gonna boil some water and cook some pasta. I found some foil. I've got my trout. I don't know if I should cut the tail off or not, but whatever. Ooh, he's all slimy now. Maybe I should rinse it. I'm gonna go rinse it real quick. All right, I just rinsed it off. It was really slimy, super slimy fish. I don't want to change anything about this. Just gonna put a little bit of garlic on it. I like garlic though, so that means a lot. And I'm gonna wrap it up. I guess I'm just gonna roll it up, stick it on the fire. I got my little grill here, and then I've got a grill on the fire, so. What you got cooking on the fire? A trout. All right, trout's on the fire there, and it's probably gonna take a while, but I'm just gonna get my pasta ready. I've just got the stove going. I'm just gonna do it here. It's gonna take forever for the water to boil on there, and I just wanna concentrate on cooking the fish. So I just brought a little bit of spaghetti, and I'm gonna put some garlic on it. I have some butter, and have some mozzarella cheese, and some old cheddar. So I'm just gonna mix that up. All right, the spaghetti's in the pot, cooking. The brook trout has been on for 15 minutes. So I just flipped it over and set a timer for another 15 minutes. I'm just gonna do that. I usually time cook most of my food, so I'm gonna try that, and I don't know, I'll just cook it for a while and then check it. I'm just gonna put the lid on this right now and set it aside and wait for my trout. I can't remember who suggested this glass tip to me, but thank you, whoever it was. I went to the dollar store and got some glasses that were like 2.5. I used like 1.25, 1.5, and to use for my fishing stuff so I could like easily, you know, set up the lures and stuff. And I just had to redo it, and it took like 2 seconds. I wasn't like trying to find the hole, and so it was great. So everything's back, fishing rod's all done. Everything's good. Sun is shining. It's starting to cool down a little bit because I'm in the shade, but the trout is almost ready. All right, it is 7:25, and I am pretty sure my trout is cooked. I've always been taught that when fish flakes, it's ready. It's been flaking actually for about 10 minutes ago when I checked it, but I wanted to do 5 minutes aside just to make sure. It's really weird how the skin just kind of like cooks off all by itself. I did move some of it, but most of it just like came right off. It's really cool. Okay, I'm gonna put this on my towel. I didn't bring a plate and I don't want to mess one up with fish anyways. The foil's already got the smell in it. I'm gonna put that in the Ziploc in the bear vault as soon as I'm done eating as well. I'm very paranoid about like fish smell and stuff like that when I'm camping. So yeah, so I've just got my really hard placemat that I use for stuff. And then I'm just gonna put a towel on it because it's plastic, right? So I don't want to put the foil on there directly. And then I'm gonna slide it on there, and I'm gonna heat up my pasta real quick, and I'm gonna eat. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So excited, I'm so excited, I'm so excited. All right, I am eating like a queen tonight as the sun goes down. Freshly caught brook trout. And, all right, and then I got my pasta. I haven't even tried the fish yet, but I'm gonna have some pasta first. It's not even super hot, so. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I have a whole fish to myself. I figured out how not to get the bones. You gotta kind of go from here. Most of you probably know this, but I don't. And then pull out, I think. Yeah, see? Oh yeah. That's what I did for this row, so none of these have had bones. Okay, bye. Yum, 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 yum. Still got them. I better hurry up and eat this before a bear comes and eats me. Oh, that was good. I'm really not sure why I thought I needed pasta. This is a big fish. I was eating and eating and eating, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so good, so good. And then I was like, oh my God, I still have the other side. Flipped it over. I'm like, yes, there's more. I've never cooked a fish like this and eaten it like this. Usually I fillet them and then I fry them up, and they end up in little bits because I like feel them for all the bones and pull all the bones out because I don't like eating them. I hate like having this big mouthful of food and then there's this bone in your mouth. So I always like to get it. That's why I like to eat fish with my fingers. I know it's bad. It makes me have smelly fingers, but my hands already stink. After dinner, I'm going to clean all this up. I'm going to put everything away. I'm going to go down to the water and wash my hands really good. I'll use some pine needles or I don't know. So I'll find some pine sap or something. I'll find something. I have hand sanitizer here, so I've used that already. And I can smell that it is starting to go away, but now I'm like touching it again. So no, eating my food. Goodbye. I'm so busy sitting over here stuffing my face that I didn't even notice that the sun's going down. I can't quite see it. I can go to the front probably, but I don't want to get up right now. Sitting here in front of my fire. It's lovely. I'm just sitting here cleaning up my mess. I've got stuff everywhere. The peepers are a peeping. And there is some weird thing over here. I'm gonna guess it's some kind of frog. And it sounds like a person clearing his throat. And kind of like, like this weird, I keep thinking someone's over there. Sky looks nice, doesn't it? There's so many peepers. These ones just started. Ooh, something's swimming across the water really fast out there. Wow, moving Must be a beaver, but I've never seen a beaver move that fast. Oh, it's like 9 o'clock and I finally just sat down, like I'm pooched. I've been doing stuff pretty much ever since I got to the campsite, and before I got here and when I left the other campsite. So, yeah, almost immediately after getting here and laying out the tent to dry, I caught the fish, and then I didn't know what to do. And then I had to get a fire going, I had to get wood, I had to get that all set up, I had to cook the fish, I still had to set up all my stuff. And then when I finished the fish, I had to put everything away. I rolled up the foil that I cooked the fish in and ate the fish in. It still had the skeleton and stuff. I ate almost all of it. I couldn't eat all of it. There's so much, but just a little tiny, there was some bones in a lot of it. So, but I probably ate like 98% of it. So I rolled it all up in some foil and I put it in a Ziploc, and then I put another Ziploc, and then I put it in the bear vault. So I'm going to hide that nice and far away from the tent tonight and make sure it's in a good spot. I've cleaned my hands, I washed my face, I put some lotion on, I put some cream on my hands. My hands are just like, this is cleaned. I just cleaned these. They look great to me. In the camera, they don't look so good. I think I split my thumb open here, I don't know. But my fingers are just raw. I forgot how much I use my hands here. I really need to bring like gloves and stuff when I do firewood. Some of the wood, like, it's just so prickly, and just seems like all the wood has been like trying to beat me this trip. Like, I'll be paddling along and this branch will reach out and smack me in the face. I'm like, hello? Like, it's been kind of crazy. And of course I was bushwhacking on day one. I was bushwhacking yesterday. So yeah, it happens. But I got a little fire going here. I'm just doing a few more things. I just brushed my teeth, so they're all nice and clean. Put some deodorant on, even though my shirt doesn't smell that great, but whatever. My other one's better. I'm gonna wear that out tomorrow, and I have clothes in the car to change into when I get done. Yeah, that's about it. Hope I get extra ones this time. Must be getting lucky. Oh, it's 10:30 and I am in my sleeping bag. I'm not even wearing my Patagonia. It is balmy 13 degrees here on the Lady Evelyn River. And yes, my nose is a little bit red. I think it's just the headliner that's bringing out the color. I'm sure that's what it is. Yes, I have one green hair tie, one black one. My friend Chrissy gave me a whole bunch of these and I have one now. I don't know where they go. Do you guys lose them too? It's crazy. Anyways, the peepers are peeping like crazy. Like, it's like when I was at McRae, but even louder. And that was like in April. So they're really far behind here. But no bugs all weekend. Even if I get a couple on the way out tomorrow, I'm not going to complain because I've got like 13, maybe 14 kilometers of paddling to do. Maybe an obstruction or two. That's about it. So it's an easy breezy day for me. Get back to the car and then drive home. But I'm going through the river and it's all like shallow little waterways, and maybe I'll see a moose, another moose. You never know. I'm really happy with this trip. I feel good about myself. I wanted to do this trip for a while and I honestly didn't think I would ever do it. I'm really glad I did it. I can't believe I did it. Okay, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. Good night. Oh, good morning. It is 5:37 on Tuesday, May something something. I think this is 22nd today. I'm not sure. Oh, sounded like a tree went down over there. Maybe there's a moose coming out. Good sleep last night. It's like 9 degrees or something right now. It was 11 when I woke up at 3 a.m. So really comfy, cozy, not cold at all, which is good because none of my hot rocks held their heat last night, which was surprising, but not necessary, so it's great. I just want to take a moment to wish safe travels to my friend Karts Husakonia. I never say his last name right, I don't think, but while I am out on this trip, he's embarking on his Yukon journey. And this is his second attempt because last year he went and the water levels were too high. And I just want to wish him safe travels. Karts watches all my videos, so thank you so much for that. And I hope you have the best adventure ever. I'm just packing up the tent here and finishing off my stuff. And here comes the sun coming up over the trees. Beautiful. All right, you can pack a lot faster when you don't care where anything goes or if it's waterproofed or not, because I'm going home. Sun has come up a little bit more. Canoe's all packed up and ready to go. And I'm on my way. I've got about 13 or 14-ish kilometers. Maybe a lift over here or there. And a little bit of wind to deal with by the sounds of it. I'm on my way. Goodbye campsite. Thank you very much for your hospitality. Big wedge. Thank you to the trout who gave its life for me to have something tasty in my belly. Thank you for the trees who gave me shelter and warm fire. Keep me warm. Thank you to the water. Give me something to drink. Thank you to everything. Thank you, campsite. You weren't pretty from the outside, but you were pretty from the inside. Absolutely gorgeous here. Sun is just starting to feel a little bit warm on my skin. It's lovely. I'm just paddling and I'm just beaming. I just did my recap to put at the end of the video, and I'm just thinking about the journey and the fear and the apprehension and the anxiety. Yes, I feel it too. I get scared when I go out on trips. I get nervous. I get worried I'm not going to be able to do things. But step by step you overcome them and you get through, and the feeling that you get after, it's really hard to describe. I'm going to start crying again. It's hard being out here by yourself sometimes. I love it. I mean, I love coming out on solo trips. It's my jam. But sometimes it's hard to, you know, get ready for a trip and know that you're doing the right thing, and there's nobody to say, hey, you know, don't do that, or hey, don't go there, or hey, maybe you should stay on the portage, you know. And so it can be a real struggle to play these games in your mind, you know, especially the days before driving here, you know, planning all that stuff. I'm really lucky because I have some really supportive people in my life. A couple of them, Riley, Andrea, Hap, my friend Tam, my friend Christina, you know, they all give me this great support and encourage me. And Riley has been great because Riley goes out on trips and knows like a lot of the things that I do. Same with Andrea, the portage queen. She's been amazing. Just before the trip, I was getting a little bit panicked and stressed out, and you know, I said, I don't know if I can do this trip. Like, I'm a little bit scared. And she said to me something like, oh, you belong to a very small group of women who do this, and you gotta keep doing it. You're good at it. You inspire people, and you show other people, not just women, that all of this can be done. And gotta keep going. So I kept repeating that. Follow your dreams, whatever they are, even if it's not this. Life is short. Go out, do what you want to do, live your life, enjoy it. huge thank you to all the people who have supported me. You know, every single person that says something encouraging and positive to me, and even the ones that don't, they all inspire me in some way. And I want to thank you all for that, because it means a lot to me. And when I'm out here on these trips, I hear your comments in my head. I hear them, and that's what helps get me through a lot of the days. So thank you so much. I'm not trying to get weepy on everybody, but thank you. Well, looks like because the water is high, I might be able to get right over this. I think this is the one tree. No, this is it. There was a tree down when I came down here in Florence a couple years ago. Nope, I'm not going to breeze over it. Oh, I would have over on that side. Oh, that one took a little bit of encouragement, but it wasn't. All right, we are off. It's about 7:45. Things are going well. Making my way through the river. It's very windy. There's a lot of different, it's kind of like a maze. There's all kinds of different options of which way to go. And I don't know if I'm going the right way half the time. I'm like, oh, should I turn here? But when I look at the GPS, it has like 8s and stuff and loops, and so it's like, oh, okay, well, this one actually comes back out here anyways, or I'll sit there and try to make a decision for a couple minutes, like, oh, which way should I go? Which way should I go? And then I go one way, and then a little ways down the river, I see that the other part that I didn't take is joining that section now anyways. So, but you don't know, right? A lot of times you go through these little creeks and rivers and stuff like that, and there's little sections, and there's only one way through, like it's a maze, right? And if you don't pick the right path, you get a dead end. And I've had that a couple of times on this trip as well. So, well, hello. Very close by. Well, it's 8 o'clock and I'm just tripping along here. Got a little bit of a current every now and then. I'll like just be paddling, and then there'll be this current, and it'll kind of like zip me around a corner or down a little section of the water. And I'm sure it's helping with my time, but I don't really know for sure. I was hoping to see a moose. I think that I've gone through most of the sections where I would have seen one, but who knows? I didn't expect to see one at noon yesterday, and there it was out in the middle of the water. So you never know where you're going to see something and when. I'm getting very close to where the rivers meet, and that is actually where the next campsite is, but I would have had to go right away from like where I was going, like to the access, but not far, just down the river a little bit. There's a campsite there on the right. So I believe that campsite is just down this way a little bit. I don't know how far. I am going left and making my way out. Alright, I just quickly checked my map. I've got about 8-ish kilometers to go, I believe, maybe 9. It's 8:30, I'm still paddling along. Got a bit of a headwind here. It's not too crazy, but it is definitely making me paddle a lot harder. But it's keeping the black flies away. They are out now, and since yesterday, but thankfully I didn't have any on the campsite yesterday. I can imagine by next weekend, it's going to be bug season here, and I'm so grateful that I didn't have to deal with that as well on this trip, in addition to everything else. I can't imagine going through like the South Lady Evelyn River like I did yesterday in bug season. It would have just been awful. This used to be a bridge here up ahead, and I actually had a storm coming in when I was paddling to Florence a couple years ago, and I stopped here under this tree, the one that's missing the bark, I stopped over there to take shelter because there were these huge black storm clouds coming and the wind was picking up. And there was lightning in the forecast and it was already thundering and these dark clouds were coming in, and I thought, you know what, I better take shelter for a while. So I set the canoe up against one of the trees there, and I sat there probably for about a half an hour under the canoe with all my stuff and waited. And then the storm passed and I took off. I said a little while ago to Mother Nature that I would prefer to deal with the bugs instead of having a headwind. And I guess this is my answer. I just need to paddle faster so I can make some wind, and then they'll kind of bugger off a little bit. And again, they're not biting, they're just kind of being annoying and swarming around my head. It's quite satisfying to go on a trip in Temagami in May, and in the last hour of a 6-day trip, have the black flies come out. I feel like the luckiest person in the world sometimes when stuff like that happens. I'm just like, really? This is awesome. Alright, so here is that campsite on the right, just before Chance, and it is not the one that I was thinking of, so again, I'm glad I didn't come here and try to stay here, because I would have been disappointed probably. Current doesn't look too crazy. I think I might be able to paddle right up it. Depends on how shallow it is. I'm gonna try to get a good speed going here and see if I can do it. I think the last time I tried, I just got pushed right back and then I had to get out. Oh, I got a black fly in my ear. Black fly, little black fly. Fly, here we go. I think I'm gonna make it. I think I'm going to make it. This is usually where I have to get out. Somewhere in here. Right up the middle. It's not shallow. I'm not hitting any rocks yet with my paddle. I'm just gonna stand still. Give her! Almost through. Barely moving. Like a treadmill. Oh my god, it's not gonna work. I thought I was gonna do it. Come on! Alright, I'm getting out, and the water's deep here. I can't get out. Can't get to the shore. Get to the shore so you don't lose all your distance. I almost made it. I got to that middle spot and it was like, no. I looked over to the shore and I'm like, I am not moving at all. Ouch. Oh well, that's why I wear my dry suit today. Especially work for this. Oh, the rocks are slippery. Making me have to pee. This is where it gets really deep. Get around that tree. Do I drag it through the shallow rocks? Do I try to get around the tree? How deep is it? I think I'm just going to try to go through this spot here. To clear this tree up. Just over 1 kilometer to the access, and this is my obstacle today now. Let's go through there, honey. Lift this up for you. It's because the canoe's stuck on some rocks over the phone. There we go. Alright, I have a little small waterway to go through, and then I'm in Gamble, and then I'm at the access. Mixed emotions right now. I'm really sad because it's almost over. I'm a little worried about my car to see what shape it's in and if it's still there and everything's good. And excited because I have a whole bunch of snacks in my car. and a change of clothes, and I get to go pee, and I get to sit in the car and drive instead of having to use my own energy to move, which I've been doing for the last 6 days. So lots of things going on in my head and in my heart. I'm tired. I'm like, oh, my arms are tired. I'm done paddling. No, you're not. Hurt. I didn't come this way, so I wasn't sure what to expect. And this is what I put the note on the Ontario Canoe Tripping Facebook page about, this little section here, because I thought the current might be really, really strong because of the high water. And I might not be able to paddle up this. And I thought I might have to pull the boat all the way up this, which I would if I had to. But... okay, there we go. Almost there. Just through here. Oh, Becky. Oh. You're not taking me. I wanted to take me. It was a hard paddle. Oh, crap, eh? Alright. Well, it is 10:05, and I am in the home stretch because I was a little bit off there, but those currents were pretty strong, and it took me a little longer to paddle up them than I thought it would, but that's okay. Still pretty close, I think. I just saw a boat turn into the waterway that takes you to the portage where I started. I think it was a speedboat, but it has now disappeared. Oh, there it is. Alright, the campsite has just come into view, and I see a light. I don't know if it's a car light or fire or something, but I just saw 2 people walk out. Alright, so I got back to the access. 2 really nice guys here loading their boat into the water. They're going to do some fishing, and they parked here, which is nice. This guy over here parks right on the campsite, and in the fire pit was all this clothes hanger, like 4 bottles, empty bottles of water, Starbucks, beer cans. Your car is right here. Like, just take it with you. I can't believe it. I'm so upset. And this guy right here parks right on the campsite. I was putting the canoe on the car, and the guys that were driving the white truck came back to the access to have a break. I think he had to pee. Really nice guys, and we had a good little chat. They're staying at Beauty Lake. We were chatting away and asked them if they caught any fish, and you know, they asked where I was. They saw my name in the book at Smoothwater. They go, "Are you Christina?" I thought they recognized me from YouTube, but they were at Smoothwater campsite, the one I stayed at, and they saw my name in the book. So I thought that was really cool. And then I just kind of casually said, "You know, you're parked on a campsite." And they're like, "Oh, really? Oh, we better move." So I don't know if they knew or not. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you don't know the campsite sign is on the other side. Like, you have to be on the lake to see it. So they moved their truck. I helped him navigate and back up, and I moved my car so he could fit his car there. And thank you very much for doing that. My canoe is up on the car. Anyways, I'm all comfy cozy. Got on my sweatpants, my flannel here, and I'm in driving mode, comfy mode. Anyways, I see the other boat heading this way too, so I better go. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. That was the best. You missed it. Oops, I missed it. I was driving along the road and I just saw a bear run across with 4 cubs. I almost caught the last one, but it was just too hard to grab the phone and get it working. They went this way. Oh my god. I saw a bear and 4 cubs. That was so freaking amazing. I think that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed the videos. I hope you enjoyed the trip. And if you have any questions or anything like that, please reach out. As always, love to talk to people about my trips. And I hope you enjoyed the videos. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.